A fatal train crash in Hoboken, new presidential polling updates, and a new outdoor ice rink. All this and more on Hawk TV News. Hello, and welcome to Hawk TV News. I'm Yasmin Rodriguez.
And I'm Alexis Jennings. A New Jersey transit train was involved in a fatal crash on September 29th. The crash took place in Hoboken when the train failed to slow down and crashed into a wall. An estimated 114 people were injured and one person was killed. The woman who was killed was standing on the platform and the falling debris killed her on impact. The train engineer Thomas Gallagher is cooperating with the investigators, and his toxicology report came back negative for drugs and alcohol. The Federal Railroad Administration is investigating the crash, but there's no suspect of foul play.
According to recent poll updates, Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton has taken a 44% lead over Republican candidate Donald Trump, who currently sits at 41%. The two participated in their first debate on September 26, but no winner was declared. Both candidates have been extremely focused on winning a few key states, which for Clinton include Minnesota, Virginia, New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, and Florida. And for Trump, North Carolina, Ohio, Arizona, Georgia, Iowa, and Missouri.
This winter, Pier Village is set to open its very own outdoor ice skating rink at Festival Plaza, as confirmed by Kushner Companies. The rink will be open from Thanksgiving until President's Day on February 20th and is tentatively scheduled to open on November 18th to the 20th. The rink will be open from Thursdays through Sundays and will be available on Monday through Wednesdays for private parties and corporate events. Admission is $12 for adults and $8 for children under 12. Skates can be rented for $4.
The Long Branch Medical Center received a $1 million donation to create the Tiger Opioid Overdose Recovery Consolation Room. The room is dedicated to Rick Tiger Stavolia, who passed away from an opioid overdose back in 2013. The new Consolation Room will help families and patients cope with their addictions and allow them to see specialists, counselors, and doctors. The $1 million was donated from the Tiger House Foundation.
We have to take a short break, but stay tuned for more Hawk TV News.
What's it like when you hear your calling? Will you remember where you were? Will you ignore it, or will you listen? What if it calls you to go halfway around the world? To share your skills? To serve people you've never met? To do things you never thought you could? What will you do when you hear your calling? Peace Corps. Life is calling. How far will you go?
HawkTV12.com? Yeah, it's so cool. You can watch all the Hawk TV programs on here, and it has the TV guide and... Phew, that was close.
Know what?
What?
Since I got adopted, I've learned a lot about these humans.
I know. I mean, check out these two. It's Flirt City over here.
Yeah, I noticed that. It looks like my human is definitely into your human.
Oh, look! I think she's getting his number.
Nice.
Your human's got some sweet moves.
Takes after his dog. Oh, look, they're doing that thing where they put their arms around each other.
She kicked up a leg. It's like in the movies.
That's awesome. Looks like we're going to be hanging out a little bit more.
The Long Branch Planning Board is proposing the remodeling of an abandoned movie theater on Ocean Avenue into a two-story development. The new building will have retail outlets on the first floor and a Chabad on the second. The proposal was originally rejected because of religious buildings were not permitted in the area, but the board was then sued by the Chabad. The suit is still pending, and a special hearing will be held on October 5th.
Eatontown residents are concerned about Mayor Dennis Connolly's new side job. Between his pension from when he was a police officer and his mayoral salary, Connolly already receives $75,000 in government checks, but he is now earning an additional $74,000 a year as the manager of the State Motor Vehicle Commission's agency in Freehold. Connolly accepted the position back in July, but it was never advertised to the public because it was an unclassified appointment.
Captain Marshawn Love will have a public disciplinary hearing at City Hall for his actions during a police response to the shooting of Tamara Wilson Seidel. Tamara was gunned down by her ex-husband Philip Seidel, an off-duty Neptune police sergeant, back in June of 2015. Seidel was officially sentenced to 30 years in prison on September 29th. Monmouth County Prosecutor Christopher Gramaconi recommended the two Asbury Park police officers present at the time of the incident be disciplined, one for not relaying the critical information that Seidel had fired shots, and the other for not taking command at the scene afterwards. The names of the two Asbury officers have not been released, but one is said to have been the neighbor of the Seidels for over a decade. No exact disciplinary actions have been stated for Captain Love, but the hearing will be held on October 7th.
On September 13th, around 12:45 p.m., a man robbed the Sun National Bank on Route 9 in Manalapan. Claiming he had a bomb, authorities do not know for sure if he had a bomb or not, but the man left on foot with an unknown amount of money. Monmouth County Police released surveillance photos describing the male as white, unshaven, between 50 and 60 years old, and about 5'10". The man was wearing a red hooded sweatshirt and black hat and sunglasses. As of Saturday, October 1st, Monmouth County Police are still looking for the robber.
4 charter school applications were advanced to the final round of state review, including College Achieve Charter School in Asbury Park. The other 3 are located in Lakewood, New Brunswick, and Patterson. However, schools in Montclair, Jersey City, and Newark were denied. Althenius Charter School in New Brunswick plans to open in 2018, while the remaining 3 plan on opening in 2017, once they pass their final reviews of their academic and financial plans. With their final approvals, the number of charter schools in New Jersey will total 92.
The Long Branch School District is looking to complete renovations made to Long Branch High School with help from a referendum. The referendum will ask residents on November 8th if they support the $6.9 million renovations through a tax increase of less than $50 per year. The renovations would be external improvements, including 29 classrooms, 10 bathrooms, a gymnasium, an auditorium, and a cafeteria. If the referendum is passed in November, the renovation project will take about 12 to 15 months to complete.
We now go to Dave Hamp for this week's Tech Talk.
Dave here with your latest tech update. On Saturday, October 1st, the National Telecommunications and Information Administration can no longer control the Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers, or ICANN. To put it in simple terms, the American government had control on one of the largest entities, the Internet. The Internet Corporations for Assigned Names and Numbers has been managing Internet domain names for quite a long time, and as of October 1st, is free from oversight from the American government. ICANN does not need to answer to the government, but will instead answer to several committees, telecommunications experts, and international stakeholders across the internet. Some lawmakers may say that this could serve as a threat to the First Amendment, but let's be real. When it comes to the First Amendment, it's very rare that anyone can agree on what the term free speech really means. While it may only be October, Amazon is already looking ahead to the 2016 holiday season. The company is aiming to lure customers to their platform, which will be launching a new service which will stream music. Further details about the service will be released soon, but we have already been informed that the service will cost $5 a month, which is cheaper than its competitors Spotify and Apple Music, leading many to believe that Amazon will more than likely lose money through the service. Instead of making money from the actual streaming service, Amazon plans to make up for their losses through the sales of its Echo device. Echo is a device that allows users to use voice commands to get information, create schedules, and order items online. Amazon recently revealed a cheaper version called the Echo Dot, available for $50, and will continue to add to its features and skills to the device. There's no denying that Amazon knows what they're doing, but whether or not people will actually buy into the Echo will only be determined through time. I'm curious to see if Spotify or Apple has anything to say about this. While on the topic of Amazon, Twitch TV, owned by Amazon, recently announced that it will be launching a form of virtual currency known as Stream Plus. This was announced during TwitchCon in San Diego in September, and while there were few details, it is clear that Amazon is taking the gaming scene seriously. The currency will be used, but it's assumed that it will be used for esports gambling. Patrick Gilmore of Amazon Gaming Studios said that Stream Plus will be a loyalty points system where players can earn points by watching streams. What this will mean for players and platform users is kind of hard to tell, but as someone who enjoys watching esports, I'm really excited to see how this currency system will work. What could this mean for the users of the system and avid stream watchers? Who knows? That's all for now. For more on the latest technology, tune into The Save Point, right here on Hawk TV. Now back to the desk.
From technology to gaming, over to Marissa Cornford with your Gamer's Guide.
Hey guys, welcome to another edition of the Gamer's Guide. Let's start by taking a look at some upcoming releases. On the Nintendo side, we have Paper Mario Color Splash launching for the Wii U on October 7th. Then we have 3 games that are releasing on October 11th, Dragon Quest Builders, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and Gears of War 4, all for multiple consoles. While there isn't a specific date yet, Shantae Half Genie Hero will also be released sometime in October. Amazon has announced a new feature for Amazon Prime members, Twitch Prime. Benefits for Twitch Prime members include discounts on new release box games sold by Amazon during both the pre-order period and the first 2 weeks of the game's launch, as well as free game loot every month. Linking your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account will also get you ad-free viewing, exclusive emotes and chat badges, and 1 free channel subscription every month. The streamer will still be paid. So if there were ever a reason to get Amazon Prime, it would be this. If you already have it, just link your Twitch account to get Twitch Prime. If you're still collecting amiibos, Best Buy will be restocking some. Lucina will be available exclusively at Best Buy, but they will also be getting additional stock of Pit, Samus, Mega Man, Sonic, and Gold Mario. They can be pre-ordered now and will arrive on October 14th. That's all for this week's Gamer's Guide. For more on the latest in gaming, tune into The Save Point, right here on Hawk TV. Back to you guys at the desk.
Next, we'll go to Alyssa Wilson with tips for shopping on a college budget in this week's Fashion Update.
Hey guys, Alyssa here with another edition of Fashion Update. As college students, we all know how important it is to be aware of how much money we spend. If we aren't spending our money on shadows, Chinese food, gas, or paying our Netflix subscriptions, chances are the money is being spent on new clothes. It is very important to develop a budget and include money for new apparel in that budget. Now, if you're not the budgeting type and you would rather just buy what you need, that's okay too. The key here is to shop in moderation. Do not go on a haul and buy more than you can actually afford. It is also very important that you keep your receipts. In case something does not fit or you came to your senses and realized that you bought too much, the receipts are necessary to return those items. Not only should you keep the receipts, but you should read them as well. Familiarize yourself with your favorite store's return policy and make sure the items you purchased are actually returnable. To save money, try checking out the clearance section where some stores offer merchandise for up to 70% off. Lastly, you should identify what stores have student discounts. Stores like Alex and Ani, ASOS, Tom's, and Topshop, just to name a few, offer college discounts. Well, that's all for this update. Back to you guys at the desk.
How 3 people made a baby, how your spouse can determine your health, and mishaps during the Saturday Night Live premiere. Next.
And who am I? That's a secret I'll never tell. You know you love me. XOXO. Gossip Girl.
I said these 2 can keep a secret if one of them is dead.
$7,000 students drop out every school day. That's 1 every 26 seconds. It's time that students know that we believe in them.
Inspire a student and share your message of support. Edge of support.
The American Psychological Association's new research established that having a happy spouse can be good for one's overall health. A survey of almost 2,000 heterosexual couples over 50 was conducted, and research examined this data. The data demonstrated that those with a happy partner are 34% more likely to be healthy compared to those with an unhappy partner. The 3 reasons for this idea are that happy partners are better caretakers, can influence a healthier lifestyle, and are easier to manage.
For the first time ever, a baby was born through a new 3-person fertility method known as mitochondrial donation. The boy, now 5 months old, was born with DNA from both parents as well as a small amount, 0.1% of genetic code from a donor. The child was born in Mexico because there are no laws against this procedure. American doctors use this method in order for the child to avoid a genetic condition known as Lee syndrome that his Jordanian mother carried in her genes.
Many U.S. cities, including Phoenix, Arizona, and Lake Worth, Florida, are choosing to use street lamps with lower color temperatures for less blue light emission. The American Medical Association had a release of a report back in June claiming that LED lights with color temperatures higher than 3,000 kelvins negatively affect one's health, causing eye damage and disrupted sleep patterns. More blue light causes more glare and discomfort to eyes. The average color temperature of LED streetlights in large cities ranges between 5,000 and 6,000 kelvins.
Saturday Night Live viewers were shocked when Michael Che accidentally said the N-word during the season 42 premiere on October 1st. It was during the Weekend Update segment, and Che was making a joke about NFL 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick protesting the national anthem when it slipped. Che has been on SNL since 2013, also writing for the show. Che is also the first African-American to co-anchor Weekend Update, taking over for Cecily Strong in 2014.
On October 2nd, singer Kanye West abruptly ended his show due to his wife Kim Kardashian West being held at gunpoint. According to French police, the armed robbery took place in the Hotel des Portales in Paris. Police sources say that 5 individuals were wearing ski masks, stole the keys, allowing them to access Kardashian's room. 2 of the armed men burst into Kardashian's bedroom, pointing a gun at her head, demanding her jewelry. The thieves stole approximately $6 million worth of jewelry, as well as her ring. The men tied Kardashian up with packing tape and locked her in the bathroom. People magazine reports that her 2 children were not present in the room at the time of the robbery, and that she is shaken but not physically damaged.
We now go to my co-anchor with her update on pro sports so far this season.
Hey guys, Alexis Jennings here with your Pro Sports Update. As you all know, we're getting well into fall, so that means it's primetime football season, but it also means it's time for basketball. With October rolling in, the NBA will kick off its preseason with some exciting new changes and some serious losses for this upcoming season. At the end of the last season, we saw some contracts come to an end, which made many great players free agents. This allows us to see some interesting trades take place instantly after the NBA Finals. Miami Heat player Dwayne Wade decided to move on and sign a deal with the Chicago Bulls, where he joined guards Jimmy Butler and Rajon Rondo. These 3 extremely talented players are sure to make fans happy this season in Chicago as they work together and build this team up to make it great again. Kevin Durant decided to leave his beloved Oklahoma City Thunder and teammate Russell Westbrook and head to the Golden State Warriors, the runners-up in the 2015-2016 NBA Championship. The Golden State Warriors have always had a crazy powerful lineup with Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Andre Iguodala, and Klay Thompson. But now adding Durant to that mix, there's no telling what the Golden State Warriors are potentially going to do this upcoming season. The 2015-2016 NBA champions, the Cleveland Cavaliers, have not made any drastic changes to their roster, having a great team, most of which contributed to the recent championship victory. With all these wonderful changes and trades that took place over the last few months, the NBA has suffered some great game-changing losses. 3 legendary players hung up their jerseys last season. The great Kobe Bryant retired from his one and only team, the Los Angeles Lakers. Bryant played 20 seasons with the Lakers. He earned 5 championship rings, and he will be missed by the Lakers and the fans of basketball as a whole. San Antonio Spurs native Tim Duncan also retired after playing 19 straight seasons with the Spurs. Duncan was a first-round draft pick in 1997 for San Antonio and helped them earn 5 championship rings in the last 19 seasons. Kevin Garnett also retired after playing 14 seasons with the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Boston Celtics, and the Brooklyn Nets. KG, in his first year with the Celtics, was able to help win his first ring and the Celtics' first ring since 1986. These players will truly be missed. The Philadelphia 76ers will face some trouble early in the season for the 4th year in a row. #1 draft picks Ben Simmons is expected to miss nearly 3 months of the season after an injury to his right foot. Over the last 4 years, with the 4 first-round picks, the Sixers have had to have all of their players miss a significant number of games in the beginning of the season. After looking at these changes to the game, I cannot wait to see what the 2016-2017 basketball season will bring us. That's all for this week's Pro Sports Update. I'm Alexis Jennings. Back to you guys at the desk.
We will be right back with your Monmouth Sports.
Today is Saturday. Today is Saturday. Yeah. Salad on Saturday, fruit on Friday, throw a ball Thursday. Water Wednesday, touch your toes Tuesday. Let's move Monday, swap a snack Sunday. All the healthy children eat well and move a lot. And move a lot. And move a lot. Eat well and move a lot.
60 minutes of physical activity a day and eating well can help get your child healthy. So keep them active and eating well every day.
Skip a rope Saturday, freeze tag Friday, tap dance Thursday. Whole grains Wednesday, try a veggie Tuesday. Let's move Monday, split the sweet Sunday.
Eat well and move a lot.
Today is Saturday. Yeah. Today is Saturday.
All the healthy children, all the healthy children. Get ideas. Get involved. Get going at letsmove.gov. That's letsmove.gov.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him going on to fascinate millions with his talent? 1 in 260,000. The odds of this born racer having 157 career top 10 finishes in NASCAR? 1 in 125 billion. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year? 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. I'm NASCAR driver Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
I look up to a lot of the older heads, you know, the innovators, the heads of the art movements of the past. They kept it really edgy, and like a lot of the Latin American muralists and Latin American artists, and their styles were very unique and new to their time. You know, somewhat controversial, but that's who I look up to mainly. Personally, I'm very excited about going to college. It's something new and it's something different than what I'm used to. I'm definitely going to be a little out of my element, but that's what makes it so exciting, is that, you know, it's something fresh. Well, there's so many opportunities that I think I could miss out on if I didn't go, you know? Getting into college takes planning and vision. You know, it's just like when I take a brick wall and turn it into a canvas for my art. Paintings help me realize that I've got what it takes.
Welcome back to Hawk TV News. Now over to Tony Lynn Toronto for your sports update.
Thanks, guys. The Monmouth University football team came from behind to defeat Fordham University 42-41 in overtime on Saturday, October 1st. Hawks quarterback Cody Williams threw for 290 yards and 2 touchdowns, while running back Zach Welch ran for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns of his own. Monmouth wide receiver Reggie White Jr. had a career day, catching 10 passes for 167 yards and 2 touchdowns. Monmouth was down by 14 points at halftime, but outscored the Rams 22-14 the rest of the game to come away with the win. The victory is the 3rd of the season for the Hawks, who will travel to face Howard. Now on to professional sports. Postseason baseball is here. Marcus Stroman and Chris Tillman are set to face off on October 4th for the American League wildcard game. Toronto and Baltimore aim to secure a spot in the ALDS, which opens up on October 6th against the Texas Rangers, as the Red Sox take on the Indians in Cleveland that same night. The New York Mets will play host to the San Francisco Giants on October 5th in the National League wildcard game. The Mets look to make a postseason run for the second year in a row with hopes of a better outcome this time around. The winner of this NL matchup will travel to the friendly confines on October 7th to take on the Chicago Cubs in Game 1 of the NLDS, while the LA Dodgers travel to Washington to take on the Nationals. Now to the NFL. The New York Jets dropped their second straight game on October 2nd, 27-17 to the Seattle Seahawks, falling to 1-3 on the season. The Jets played an all-around sloppy game on both offense and defense as the Seahawks QB Russell Wilson completed 23 of 32 passes for 309 yards and 3 touchdowns. The Jets faced back-to-back road games against the Pittsburgh Steelers and Arizona Cardinals. The Minnesota Vikings improved to 4-0 after defeating the New York Giants 24-10 on Monday night. The Vikings defense has been a force to be reckoned with so far this season. They held the Giants to just 339 yards and Eli Manning to 25 of 43 for 261 yards and an interception, while Odell Beckham Jr. was held to a career low of 3 catches for 23 yards. The Giants fall to 2-2 and look to play the Green Bay Packers at primetime on October 9th. That's all for this week's sports update. For more information on Monmouth and professional sports, tune into The Extra Point on Hawk TV. Back to you guys at the desk.
That's all for this week of Hawk TV News. Thank you for joining us. I'm Alexis Jennings.
And I'm Yasmin Rodriguez. Be sure to tune in next time for another edition of Hawk TV News.